Welcome to the AEW Dynamite post show for August 13th, 2025. This was a solid show, man. No complaints. Top to bottom, everything delivered. It's so good to just watch a professional wrestling show put on professional wrestling. It's refreshing in this day and age. You know what I mean?
It absolutely is, man. And listen, like it had a little bit of everything tonight, but it's exactly what you want from an AEW show. Like it was heavy on the in-ring action. We get some storyline progression, and of course the build for Forbidden Door next Sunday live in the O2 Arena in London, England. It was full speed ahead, and man, like wow, did they build up to some amazing matches, man. I cannot
You
wait
had
to
a
talk
time of
about
your
it.
life in London, man.
Oh, I cannot wait.
I'm jealous. But start it off for us. How did it break down tonight?
Before we get to all the Forbidden Door stuff, man, there's only one place that the show could have started, and that was with the main character, Adam Hangman Page, the AEW World Champion, versus the main antagonist, MJF, one-on-one segment. And I mean, just brilliant work from both of these guys. I mean, listen, it's been going on for weeks now where each one is trying to goad the other into a championship match. MJF is trying to goad Hangman into giving him a championship match without executing his contract. But in the end, Hangman was the one who prevailed tonight. He got under the skin of MJF. He pushed his buttons. He got MJF to be uncomposed and act out of his skin and act out of his comfort zone. So it is MJF who is executing his contract to make it official, one-on-one for the AEW World Championship. Hangman versus MJF, Forbidden Door. It is official. Abe, your thoughts on this promo segment?
Yo, this was great. You know, I like the difference that they did. Usually MJF gets to get away with being a jackass. But this was the champion saying, hold up, bitch. I'm the champ. I'm that guy. So I like that back and forth. And the fact that he forced him to use his cards. If it wasn't for Hangman bullying MJF, he would have never pulled that trigger, but he did. He fell hook, line, and sinker, cashing it in at Forbidden Door. I don't know what to think. MJF always has something up his sleeve. Tonight feels like he was kind of behind until the end. We'll get to that, but it felt like Hangman it was a step ahead of him. But I enjoyed this opening. Great. It kind of like I think we was praising Kenny Omega. I'm not. Was it Kenny? No, we were praising the last few feuds that Hangman has had with Will Ospreay, John Moxley. Now we going to MJF. These are 3 top tier feuds, back to back to back, 3-peats, man. Incredible work by Hangman.
I mean, 3-peats for, like I said, the main character of AEW. We should expect nothing less but greatness. Right. So right after that, we head into our first contest of the night. We have John Moxley, hometown boy in Cincinnati, in front of his home crowd.
Oh yeah, he was
up against the young up and coming Kevin Knight, and great match. I mean, listen, Kevin Knight continues to impress in his first year in AEW. I mean, he showed out. He looked great in there. He was going toe to toe with what a lot of people call the ace of AEW, that being John Moxley. At the end, it looks like Kevin Knight going for his huge UFO frog splash off the top rope. Mox gets the knees up, reverses it into an anaconda bulldog choke, gets the tap out for the 1-2-3. John Moxley picks up the 3 count. But in defeat, Kevin Knight, like I said, he still looks like $1 million, and the future is bright for Kevin Knight. I mean, the sky's the limit. Your thoughts on this opening contest?
This is great. I liked how it all played out. Moxley, of course, was supposed to win. I don't think nothing should have been done different. I enjoyed it. Great match. Moxley is a savage, man. A complete savage. I love his character. I don't know why some haters like to hate on the Death Riders run. I think it's been incredible. So no complaints here in this match. But quick shout out to a couple of people. Shout out Coolboy27 on TikTok saying this was the 2nd week in a row. No Ricochet. That is a fact. Cetro3X saying what's up, y'all, over on Instagram. And Miguel saying, did anyone notice how there could be the possibility of having Eddie Kingston back at Forbidden Door? And here's why. The Death Rider sections has all the Eddie connections. as he hates Claudio. He has a friendship / hateship with Mox. And last, T.I. Your thoughts on that, Con?
I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, we know Kingston is rehabbing. I mean, if you follow him on Instagram, you see the videos every day. I mean, he's getting closer and closer, but I mean, we'll talk about the whole Death Riders and their involvement at Forbidden Door, and we'll see where that goes. But I think whenever Kingston does come back, hopefully sooner rather than later, he will definitely come within the crossfires of the Death Riders, especially Mox. Like, there's definitely an unfinished business with all the members of that group.
Definitely. Next up, what happened?
All right, so after this match, post match, afterwards we get the Death Riders beating down on Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. When Darby Allin comes out trying to even out the odds, he gets Mox out of the ring. He gets Willie Yuta in a body bag once again, hits the coffin drop while Yuta's in the body bag, and out of nowhere, he was attempting to, but Claudio came out there, stopped Darby, put him in the body bag, just put him in an airplane spin, took him out. And when it looks like they were about to Pillmanize him with the chair, and then who came to the rescue? Sir Will Ospreay came out of nowhere for the save. This is long-term storytelling. Remember, go back to the CC. When Darby was first fighting the Death Riders, Will told him after he's done with the CC, down the line, he will help in the fight, and he is finally keeping up with his word. He evened out the odds. He chased away the Death Riders, and huge match announced for Forbidden Door. A 5-on-5 steel cage match where we'll just say it right now. The Death Riders consisting of Moxley, Yuta, Claudio, the Young Bucks, and oh my God, Gabe Kidd versus the faces of Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, the Golden Lovers, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and his final match in the UK, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Are you kidding me? What? You know what
Take
he's saying?
my money.
You know what he's saying is that, yo, Cena, this is how a retirement run is going. I'm going to go in a damn steel cage with barely any ligaments in my knees, and I'm going to be a hooper. Holy shit. Let's go.
Yeah, this is out cold, man. This is amazing. I'm like, damn, they are throwing everything at this card, man. Now we getting this match on top of everything else that already been booked.
Man, I cannot wait, man. But yeah, insane stuff, man. But our next match, we have women's trios action. We have the team of Willow Nightingale, Queen Aminata, Alex Windsor versus the CEO Mercedes Moné, Sky Blue, and Tekla of that awesome trio right there. Great action all around. And up in the stands, we had Toni Storm and Athena looking out on all the action right there. You knew they were going to get into it towards the end, but picking up the victory was the baby faces of Aminata, Willow, and Windsor with the sharpshooter on Sky Blue for the victory. Great action, great. The women are on fire in AEW. Your thoughts on this match?
This match was absolutely incredible for this one reason. I think I got to give you credit. Every time I say this, I give you credit because you're the one that made me think about it. Women are running 2025, and that picture alone, when you were just staring at, there was one camera shot, you saw Mercedes, Tekla, Sky Blue, Alex Windsor, Queen Aminata, Willow, 2 world champions fighting in the goddamn crowd. The landscape was full of contenders for not just Woman of the Year, but overall Wrestler of the Year. So just shout out the women, period, man. I don't want to even talk about the match. This is a praise for all the women just killing it in AEW. And I'm not even going to hate over in WWE too.
Absolutely. And then after the match, we get some shenanigans afterwards. We get Athena, like you said, fighting with Toni. It spills out to ringside. But Toni and Windsor, they even the odds. So guess what? Tag team action next week in Glasgow, the Go Home Dynamite show. How's this for a tag team match? We are going to get Athena teaming with Mercedes versus Timeless Toni Storm and Alex Windsor. Oh my God! What a match that's going to be on the Go Home show in Glasgow, man! Like, it's not even next Wednesday, and I cannot wait for that match.
Incredible. The build-up is gonna be insane, man.
Insane, brother. That is an understatement. And afterwards, we get a backstage promo segment with the Rated R superstar Cope ahead of his match with Stokely, and yeah, yeah, we get the promo. Yeah, we actually go right into the match. We get Stokely versus the Rated R superstar Cope, and first Cope comes out to his entrance. The Cincinnati crowd does a great job singing. Meddling is his entrance out. And we're waiting for Stokely. We hear FTR's music. And what do we see? We see security, 2 security guards carrying Stokely out to the ring. He wanted no part of Cope, but when that bell rang, Stokely looked like he was ready to go. He tried 2 spear attempts, and they both failed mightily. Cope was just playing with his food, that being Stokely, and he dragged him out through the crowd, made fun of him that he couldn't get any hose. The crowd joined in on it as well. But, I mean, FTR, you knew they were going to get involved trying to save the day. But while they're distracted, Stokely out of nowhere, dust in the eyes in Cope, ends in disqualification. Looks like we're going to get a 3-on-1 beatdown. FTR and Stoke look like they're going to set him up for the spike pile driver and went out of nowhere. Christian Cage's music hits, and woo, my God, a rush of nostalgia just hits. Excuse me. Cage comes out with Spike chasing off FTR, but Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian try to get the upper hand, but nope. Christian and Cope took them out, and guess what? We get the reunion. Edge and Christian, Cope and Cage. It might be a little sooner than we wanted, but guess what? We got the hug. We got the reunion we wanted. And, man, it's an amazing feeling. Your thoughts on everything that involved during that segment?
Another situation where camera angle showed you so much. There was one camera angle you saw the past, Edge and Christian, the present, FTR, and the future, Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian. That was just brilliant storytelling, booking, putting all of them together. It's just incredible. And Edge and Christian being together, or you could say Adam Copeland and Christian. I'm saying Edge and Christian because that's what the tag team is called. And that's what they're known as. But Adam Copeland and Christian Cage together is nothing but money, as they say in professional wrestling. That's what we always chasing. And that right there is money. Give me the get all day. That opens the door for, you might see Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks. You might see Edge and Christian versus FTR. You might see Edge and Christian versus the Hurt Syndicate. There's so many booking options you can have by pairing them up. Brilliant.
Amazing stuff, man. And this led to the another match announcement for Forbidden Door. We got Cope.
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, bro.
Oh.
I don't mean to cut you off, but my man, yo, he cool as hell. I want to make sure I say something.
Oh, yeah.
Cruising with Kayfabe Podcast. Women have been killing it. What up, bro? Appreciate you checking us out, man. I caught you over there on TikTok. But yeah, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
No, and all good. But yeah, so afterwards, it led to another Forbidden Door match announcement. We have Christian Cage and Cope teaming up to take on Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Crazy stat right here. This is the first time they have tagged together since 2011. 14 years. Insane, man. I don't even know what to say to that, man. That is insane. Like I said, it's just crazy times. Like, thank God for AEW that we're getting this tag team reuniting, in front of our eyes, man. It is. I like I said, I cannot wait to see that in person. It's gonna be a sight to behold. But yeah, man, I am so excited. But on to the next match. We have 8-man tag team action. We have the Don Callis family members of Josh Alexander and the Proto Star Kyle Fletcher, and these guys, these young bucks coming out. And before the match even starts, we get Justin Roberts in the ring, and some pyro is going off out of nowhere. It looks like, I don't know, is there a malfunction? And nope. Over the PA, they say, yeah, we got no music for the Young Bucks, so this is what they get. They come out, and yeah, man, it's, you see on the LED screen, you see action replay, and their OG gimmicks from 2004 on the Titantrons. It was amazing stuff. Like the fall of the Young Bucks just continues, and it gets better each and every week. But you have those 4 against the team of Brody King, Hologram, Tomohiro Ishii, and the surprise number 4 entrant from New Japan, Hiromu Takahashi, is the 4th man, and this would lead to another Forbidden Door match for the TNT title. Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi. Cannot wait for this match, but awesome 8-man tag team action all around, with Takahashi picking up the pin over Josh Alexander for his team's victory. But in the middle of the match, these Young Bucks, they were not happy with Justin Roberts' introduction. They caught him slacking on the outside. Double super kick, taking Justin Roberts out, which led to a $10,000 fine for each of the Bucks. I don't know how they're going to afford it. I mean, they're
brokies.
They're brokies. Former EVPs, but we shall see. But yeah, man, Takahashi picking up the victory for his team. Your thoughts on the action?
Yeah, this was great. I don't think people understand the treat that we are about to get for that TNT title match at Forbidden Door. And once again, AEW, you may say they're cramming a bunch of people in. Yes, they are. They are trying to get a bunch of professional wrestlers paid by being on TV, but what they are also doing is doing it in a way where it's not corny. It's not looking like unprofessional. It's choreographed perfectly. They're telling a story inside the ring. That's what wrestling is all about. And it always works. It's not sloppy. So they know what they're doing with multi-man matches, and this was no different.
Amazing action. And like I said, just to clarify, on the LED boards, it was, Mr. Instinct and Slick Nick, their OG gimmicks from back in 04. It was immense.
True
amazing.
Jobber don't get an entrance. LOL. The Starting 5 podcast. Hey, yo, make sure you follow the Starting 5 podcast.
Starting 5 podcast. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Right now, good. They are telling facts.
Exactly, man. But yeah, great action, and let's keep it going. The next we have Swerve Strickland promo leading up to his match at Forbidden Door against Kazuchika Okada for the unified title. Swerve looks ready. He looks determined. He's cutting his promo. He's ready to go. But Okada comes out, pointing out Swerve might be working with a knee injury, trying to get into his head. But led to a shoving match, and I don't know. This match could go either way. It's 50-50 in my opinion. I don't know which way it can lean. What are your thoughts on this segment, and how do you see the match playing out for Forbidden Door?
Man, how do I see it? Either way, I'm going to be honest. Either way, I don't think I'd be upset. And when it comes to AEW pay-per-views, you already know they're going to deliver. So in my mind, I'm just going into this I'm open. I'm neutral.
Yeah, this is one of those matches like with Swerve and Okada that I have no problem with the decision either way, because you can make an argument for each. But I mean, like Okada, like he is aura personified, not just with the unified title, but the other 3 belts God amongst men when he carrying all those belts with him to the ring. But like I said, it's gonna be incredible action for Forbidden Door. I cannot wait for that one. And we got Miguel in the comments saying, don't be surprised if next week we see Justin with a neck brace. That would be awesome. That would be an awesome touch, man. I hope we get to see something like that. That would be dope, man. But yes, so we are on to the main event, and we're ending with trios action. Samoa Joe is back. He is back from injury, they say ankle, but whatever, he's back 100%. As we have the Ops, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and oh my gosh, Jesus Christ, yeah, and Shibata versus the Los LFI, Roosh, Beast Mortos, Andralistico. Amazing trios action going on. Roosh looks like $1 million. I mean, Roosh and Shibata might be the 2 hardest hitters in AEW. They're just chopping the hell out of each other.
Brutal.
Brutal, insane. I mean, Shibata should know better. When you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Bald Bro says it every week.
Exactly, and it's true every week. But man, I'll tell you what, Powerhouse Hobbs looked like a damn star in this match. He was running wild on everyone. He looked amazing in this match, and Joe, like I say, he coming back healthy. He picks up the win, getting Charlistico in the Coquita clutch, closing out the show with the Ops on top. Your thoughts on this trios match?
Great trios match. The champs look strong. Every time I see them, though, I'm just waiting for the Hook story to finish itself. I'm not for sure what's going on, but I just keep waiting on that. That didn't happen. We did get a surprise afterwards, but we'll get to that. But this was a great match. Like I say, AEW, they just know how to do multi-man matches. I don't know what it is.
It's their bread and butter, man. It's they know what to do. They got the special sauce that whatever characters, whatever pieces they put in those trios, those 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 team matches, man, they know how to cook. But you mentioned Hook. You mentioned when are we going to resolve that? There was a vignette a little bit earlier in the show where we saw the spotlight in the sky. Hook will be returning soon to AEW television. So I think we're going to get that resolved pretty soon. Remember last time, he did help in the Anarchy in the arena match back in Double or Nothing, but he didn't look too pleased. Remember, he got replaced by Powerhouse Hobbs, when he got injured. So are there some ill feelings on Hook's side? Let's see, man. I need to see something from Hook. I need to see something a little bit different. I need him to take the next step. I need him to ascend to the next level because he's been out the past few months. I mean, there's a whole bunch of new guys who join up on the roster on the show. They're ascending right now. Hook, I kind of feel like he's kind of like on the same level right now. I need to see a jump. I need to see him take the next step going forward. I believe in Hook, but I got to see it on TV. What do you say about that?
Oh shit. Yeah, definitely. I cannot wait for the story to be told. I don't know. I think when he comes back, there definitely needs to be some type of, I don't want to say character change, but you know how characters, they evolve. You go to something different, and I think that's what we need to see when Hook is brought back out. The evolution of what he is. No more just the pretty boy young kid in the boxer trunks coming to the ring. Let's evolve. Maybe keep that, but take it to the next level. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Keep building on top of what he's already built, just improve on it going forward. And real quick in the comments, Miguel asks, is Okada's only singles defeat in AEW the Kyle Fletcher? That was during the Continental Classic. Yes. Fletcher has a victory over Okada. That was back during last year's Continental Classic. But since then, Okada's record has been spotless and flawless since then. But you mentioned a surprise after the show. So you think the show is over? Oh, no, we're not ending there. We see Hangman walking in the parking lot to his car with his suitcase. And you know what? If you watch enough professional wrestling, not just AEW, WWE, or anything, when there's an interview segment in a parking lot, it never ends well. Hangman talking to Renee about his championship match with MJF at Forbidden Door. And of course, out of nowhere, MJF takes out Adam Hangman Page, just slamming his head over and over into that car hood, just takes him out. He has a stern message for the Hangman. He said, you think you've seen crazy yet? You haven't seen nothing yet. I think that true devil form of MJF is about to unleash upon Hangman at Forbidden Doors. So we'll see what he has to say. But how do you think, what's your feeling on how the show ended tonight?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I like I was watching, like I said, I thought Hook was going to do something, but no, we get MJF and Hangman. I like it. And it is something about this ending that made me kind of a seed was planted in my head. Like maybe the Hurt Syndicate is fooling us. Just his aggression, how he was tonight, we hurt people kind of on it. Could we have the wool pulled over our eyes, and could Bobby and them just be playing fake this whole time? I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me.
It could go that way, but I mean, just think about how the show went tonight. You start with Hangman MJF, you close with those two. I mean, if there was ever any doubt in your mind who the two main stars of AEW are, it is Hangman, it is MJF, and that's how it should be. That is the direction. There's two day one guys right there from the beginning. Like those are your two biggest stars of the company, and those are the two guys you're going to build towards a promising future in AEW. Just a quick comment from Starting Five Podcast. He said, when he said he needs to start talking more, I assume he's talking about Hook. And yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
We do need to hear him a little bit more, not just sup or want some chips or shit like that. We need to see more development on that side, more of the personality, more of the talking. Listen, you've been around, he's been around Samoa Joe for like almost a year now. So I would hope that, he's worked on that a little bit, hopefully he's a little more comfortable when he comes back. But yeah, I think that's more specifically the next step where I need him to take where it needed to take place. Like he's fine in the ring as he is right now, but I need more of that personality, I need more of that character work and development, especially when he has the microphone in his hand.
Right.
And then one more comment from Miguel. Could Queen Aminata versus Tekla be destined to be the first ever women's dog collar match?
Wow.
I
First ever.
I mean, yeah, holy shit, there's never been a women's dog collar match. Like, you know what? Just on how those two have been interacting, like ever since Tekla came into the company, it's like they are the definition of on site. Like whenever they're in the ring, they I think they perfectly blur the lines of reality of like whether they like each other or not, like in the ring or in real life. Like, damn, those would be the perfect two opponents if they were ever to go in that direction of a women's dog collar match. I'd be 100% for that. But I think like a bigger picture all around the women's division. I think they're building up to the first ever women's blood and guts match, like hopefully in the next couple months.
Definitely, definitely. What you got for tonight's show on a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale 1 to 10. I mean, it was a solid show from start to finish. I mean, like I said, the Forbidden Door match announcements were just fucking insane. I mean, you get that, you get the reunion of Christian and Cope, like, and talking to a couple of my members in the group chat, like, yeah, it kind of feels like maybe it was a little rushed, but I wonder if it had anything to do with like WWE, supposedly running the same day next month as All Out. Like, did they want to like speed up the whole the reunion of those two so you could book that that card, that match in anticipation for All Out even more than what it's going to be? So maybe there's that, but I don't care. You got the reunion of Cope and Christian tonight. Great in-ring action. The Forbidden Door matches that they added tonight are just insane. Hangman MJF starting and closing out the show. I'll give it a 9.1 tonight.
Definitely, definitely. It was an A show for me too, man. I'm giving it up there about 9.3 solid. For those who know, yeah, I'm a little ill today, pushing through it, but a good show like this was much needed to raise the spirit. So thank you to AEW and shout out to the Starting Five podcast also for tuning in. Also saying, just looked it up. A women's dog collar match has been done before, but not in AEW. Yep. You know how AEW do when they do it, it's the first time ever. You know that.
Yeah, and you know what? When we sign off, I'm about to ask like, where did this match take place? Like, and who did it? Because off the top of my head, I can't remember.
I can't either. He got me about to Google it too.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up too. But yeah, man, like I said, great show tonight, and yes, Forbidden Door is getting stacked. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining myself and Abe from the.
One more last thing.
Yep.
One more last thing before we get out of here. I know we like to keep things separate with WWE and AEW, but this is trending. And shout out my guy, Regular Joe. He brought it up too, had me thinking about it. So I'm like, why not? Whether it's a work or not, there's a lot of talk about Karrion Kross. Could he come to AEW? Me and you cover AEW, so I thought we talk about it. I think it's possible. I do believe this is a work and he's going to either TNA or WWE, but it's possible. But we also want to bring up some personal things that went on in the past with some people in AEW. Back in the day, there was a sexual assault allegation with Scarlett and Don Callis that was kind of like internet rumor. No charges were brought up. Nothing was done on a legal end, but Charlotte had made it known she was not going to Impact before WWE because of Don Callis. He is in AEW. Not sure if that's still a problem, but it is something to add to the talking piece of what's going on with Karrion Kross, possibly some people think coming to AEW. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, when Kross's like free agency came up and the thoughts and the conversation started to come up about him possibly going to AEW, I did do research on the past issues like in that happened in TNA when all parties involved worked there at the same time. I read the allegations. I read that they did the internal investigations. That the findings said that there was nothing conclusive, concrete to the rumors or the allegations. So I believe that led to Scarlett and Karrion both leaving. No, Don Callis was dismissed, but like you said, Scarlett made it known that she would not work with Callis going forward. Now, like you said, I mean, whether they're over that or not, if they could work together, get past that's on them. But I mean, just looking at clips from the Ariel Helwani like interview today that Cross did earlier today, and it's just here's it's not just Cross, it's a number of other WWE releases like the past year who have done the Helwani interview, and it's like whether they fire you or release you or don't renew your contract, they all have the same mindset in their head that they still want to go back, they still want to be there, so and it's like I wonder if WWE, they're trying to like wait it out, stringing out, like kind of manufacture the whole "we want Cross" movement, because here's the problem though. It didn't work in Canada. It didn't work in Quebec this past Monday night on Monday Night Raw. Now people are trying to come with the excuse, oh, it's Canada. Like Canada is one of the rowdiest crowds that you can work in wrestling.
Thank you.
So it don't matter whether it's, especially like they should be 10 times more up there with any chant. So, but now SmackDown, I don't know where SmackDown is tomorrow night. Do you know where SmackDown is?
It ain't in Montreal.
It ain't in Canada tomorrow. So it ain't in Canada tomorrow. So wherever it is,
it's gonna be worse.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if there are no "we want Cross" chants tomorrow night on SmackDown, it's just gonna make the whole return of like Cross coming back to WWE kind of look worse in the sense like what is Triple H or WWE gonna say? Like, oh, you fans brought them back. Like, no, they didn't. They've been quiet at the shows. It's business as usual. So it's kind of like what me and my podcast like Nate said, like it kind of feels manufactured. Like you said, they go on the Helwani interview, trying to draw up the sympathy for him. But I don't know if it's gonna work in the end for him. I really don't.
I don't either. I know it's a lot of WWE marks swearing by this wave, and I want you to be right because there's no other joy I get out of life other than seeing wrestlers figure shit out and make their way to the top. I want that, but this don't feel like it. This don't feel like it.
Just shout out to Starting Five Podcast, like you said, Helwani. That's what he is.
That is what he is. All WWE bootlicker.
He is. Like you can't tell me that he's not on their payroll in one way or another. Like it's like whenever whether it was the Punk interview he did last year before WrestleMania when he came back, just going off on Tony and AEW and all that stuff. But like I said, I think that Karrion Kross is just manufactured business for WWE. Like I said, to draw up the sympathy, like to hear his story and whatnot. But like I said, tomorrow on SmackDown, we don't hear those "we want Cross" chants like across that crowd. Then this manufactured like "we want Cross" movement that they're trying to dictate, that's just gonna backfire. It's not gonna look good in real time.
Right. And to those who saying this is like Kofi, this is like Daniel Bryan, how fucking dare you?
No, first off, those motherfuckers were organic. The Daniel Bryan shit, like I'll be honest, like Daniel Bryan was the only reason I was watching WWE back then. Like his movement, like that was organic. You know what this is feeling like, dog? It's feeling like what? Let's be honest. If Karrion Kross has come back, why am I supposed to think it's going to be different than how when they brought back R-Truth? They brought back R-Truth after coming back at the end of Money in the Bank, cuts the promo the following night, Monday Night Raw. The no more jokes, no more R-Truth. You get Ron Kings, have him cut off his damn dreadlocks and all that shit. 2 months later, what is he doing with John Cena? He's fucking doing the mirror gimmick, like yep, he's fucking chucking and jiving, dancing once again. He's the dunce, he's the class clown once a fucking again. Guess what? You fell for it. So why am I supposed to think, even if Cross does come back, even if it is a work, why are things gonna be any different going forward?
Ridiculous, man. I don't want to shit on it. I want it to be right, but I just thought we needed to talk about it.
And here's the thing: when I'm saying like, don't take it wrong. Like, I don't wish I want Cross to succeed. I want him to do well.
Same here.
But my criticism is more of Triple H and creative and all the people in charge right there. Like I'm just going off of what I've seen in history. You know what they say? Those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it.
Right. And unfortunately, AEW is a little too hot to be thinking for 1 second you about to come up in here and make some
No.
noise. It's not gonna
And
happen
just
that
and just
quick.
one last thing before we end out, like it, whenever WWE does like their viral moments this year, and like there's like when it was John Cena turning heel back earlier this year, and Brock Lesnar coming back, like I always see the question like, what should AEW do to respond? And the same answer I always give is this: absolutely nothing. Keep doing your show, keep worrying about your product, keep worrying about your talent and developing going forward, and everything will fall into piece going forward because I've seen it little by little. It's gonna little small increments. Like there's a lot there's some of the fan base in WWE that's just getting tired of them kind of like not really doing really storylines this year. It's just the viral moments, the viral returns, but the follow-ups are just not the greatest things. And like a lot of fans are just pissed off and annoyed about it. That you've seen some fans, like I've seen on my Twitter timeline, so many new AEW fans just popping up, giving it a chance. So I mean, like I said, just keep worrying about your show, and just keep worrying about what you're doing. It's working for you in this year, and it will work for you in the long run.
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll do it for us. AEW Dynamite post show, like Bald Bro said. Next time you guys will see us will be SmackDown post show, and make sure you check out our in studio show tomorrow. Special. Yes, it's gonna be a dope one, man. Ron T and Coach DTM break down this whole Brock Lesnar controversy. So tune into that and SmackDown, possibly Collision this week, but every day. You know how we do here on the Holy Shhh Podcast. Till next time, though, it's your boy ABE from DET.
I'm that ball bro for the NYC.
We'll see you guys when we see you guys. Peace.